We'll press on into the main service. We're looking at Proverbs chapter 16, 26 through 33 will be our scripture for the main service. Proverbs chapter 16. This is the last section of this chapter.
Verse what?
26 through 33. I'm still trying to get rid of this cough. I think I'm making a little bit of headway, but it's been a kind of annoying 2 weeks or so trying to get rid of it. But I think I'm over it for the most part. Let's read it through in English and then we'll make our way back through in Navajo. Chapter 16, 26 through 33. The person who labors for himself, for his hungry mouth drives him on. An ungodly man digs up evil, and it is on his lips like a burning fire. A perverse man sows strife, and a whisperer separates the best of friends. A violent man entices his neighbor and leads him in a way that is not good. He winks his eye to devise perverse things. He purses his lips and brings about evil. A silver-haired head is a crown of glory, if it is found in the way of righteousness. He who is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he who rules his spirit than he who takes a city. The lot is cast into the lap, but its very decision is from the Lord. Didn't they catch a sheep? Navnishi, Abbe yilkin do lehiki yidin nelingo yini yenavnish navnish ahosin. 26. Din God do yidasini do yaashwani Chaydilze. Ado ye yalki igi kho nahalengo. Ichitilka. No. Ichitilka. Dene. Nagizi. Da noch sagt what the ne a hedi ja akwa ado aseze netzeni alkis danlini alchin nedilka Denedoi yitzidi yilke hatini bahagi at ego yin sa kesko ayil I. Ado do yat honit iko yo losle. Ako ne na gizgo. Inaha yiniye giniye neşçil o yiniye neşçil ado beta nayi Neyitzchako do Yaada Shkoni bin be boholni Dene betsi yi gai nad be nihi at kwiki at ego honit ego hinago be hosen dene tradeshi dene trade bachi dene ayot belago tradeshi niga dene trade bachi dene ayot belago yat adokin ayil ant yesnani belago dene nilch be zini ye nand aj yat ye nand aj yat ya ilti ya ilt atsask alt de net nedit ahaki bohni be bohni Verse 26 it says a worker's appetite works for him. See what he's saying is if someone gets hungry enough, they're going to go out and labor and work so they can feed their hunger, to satisfy their hunger. A worker's appetite works for him. That's what drives him on. That's what motivates him, because he feels hungry. So it's kind of very practical wisdom. You wonder why people work, because they need to get ahead. They need to feed themselves, to get ahead, to feel nourished. For his hunger urges him on. And it's his hunger, but the chinizanigi ede napiniyot ko. Abza kayid nishte. Jonila. A worthless man digs up evil. Do khadiyani, do yashkhoni, the ne. Ya do Do yada do yada shoni that ya you can't go. You cannot nonsense. While his words are like scorching fire. Did yacht hit the hat zite. Oh, the shit go. Oh, it the shit na hadden go. Ye yacht hit. It the sheen na hadden go. Ye tit or least go hate ego da. The nebits ad or what all but he's looking for a reaction. It probably was hidden somewhere. When it warmed up, they're starting to come back to life. I've been trying to get rid of them. We got some little wasps that have made their way in. So that's what that is. They come in through there's a little hole right there. I plugged it up. So there should be, that should probably be the last one. But we had a little distraction with a little wasp. Verse 28, a perverse man spreads strife. That word perverse, in the Hebrew, from the Hebrew text, it means deceitful or a froward man. Ado zihente ilkitas gizgo. That's what that perversity. Sad asho yecha zihente ilkitas gizgo ye yalkiko. Ede the neakot ego yalkiki. Akot ego na gahagi ba al kot ehegi. Spread strife. Ya hinge the dawn ja. What neighbor? Ede ya ni yanaga. Shanak sa the cheta is the ne. What neighbor? Quake be kot ego na gizdo and na ede in the yanaga. Ede nedo yada shoni that. So be careful. Observe. Watch what people are doing. If there's someone that shows up and the only reason they show up is to see, and then right after that, strife then begins, or contentions or arguments right after they show up. Watch out. Be careful. Here spread strife. And a slanderer separates intimate friends. That word slanderer, ninengi, it means like a murmurer or a whisperer. They speak into your ear, they whisper into your ear and say, oh, this guy is this way, or this person is this way. So be careful. A slanderer, someone that's going to speak bad about somebody else and make them look bad. That's the whole reason they come to you, whisper in your ear. Did you hear about this person? That's their whole purpose and intent, to make that person that they're talking about to look bad. So be careful. A slanderer, that's who that is, the one that wants to destroy another person's reputation. That type of person even separates close friends. Bechishtened nago, achanako, inanjitedo, hishtened nago, chehitron inde, a put end, the cheda hairako, quake, the con ido con nego, ayat hitoyandi dako, a jako hot ego has on end, a chehodika god. Be careful. even separates intimate friends. Verse 29, a man of violence entices his neighbor. Dene do jo bae do ko anili de yindo bel anini yit ti ko eta aju ko e ya yi chi ko na gai kheshi il ke hat inde yi ya ini khi do ad la chene los entices his neighbor, Nila. That word entices in the Hebrew means to deceive. Yinahadloko, yiyahwinichiko. Do adadach lost, Nila. Leads him in a way that is not good. Diyindo ani dayen adat the nechi esh. Loss. So be careful. The yindoi nizgi go ashin senigi et ego inanash chinzingo. It the hodniko. Inanilti. A quatin hodil Janila. Verse 30, he who winks with his eyes does so to devise perverse things. Dide Cheshi na giz go sa tidor nicht danizin go yidahad ago Eschandat ago dibe ehozin dolich. They wink their eye, signaling to that other person. Dilan di tidor nicht, to signal them. So that was how they did that. Na giz bidade tiwa. He who winks his eye does so to devise perverse things. He who compresses his lips brings evil to pass. Verse 31, a gray head is a crown of glory. Hatsi shabago. Tada be chotet ago be hoten ego she has ago. It is found in the way of righteousness. In God be hot zatlane be go jo God kolane. Ande die in bezade dat is igi be jo ego benatje jo kwa inatje ego benatje hat si bako ande it's edole ani be jodet ako khas adole janina ashi ani what that if you live a righteous life the yin bit on nini big aqua inajis ego the yin there or inaik it's what inaik it's legal be nasco or tanto be nasco inabi today yago on the dole to ishi yinakin the yin the quick it a bit aqua ina. 32. He who is slow to anger is better than the mighty. Do achanit is ago. Do tzich go chanahat shchigo is better than the mighty. Chay da nahotel jando kindashit jande chi yolt edoig edot leligi belate a jit edole Jonila do chances ago do tski wa khana hatchi go eta hiati khwa ado khwa ke ha shi cha ya da ki o kha da kha jiti digin bizarre digin or slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he who rules his spirit than he who captures a city. Shizeon ot ahlako. Dashi da hashne. Crutchy sashi khushkhalale. He who rules his spirit than he who captures a city. Di de kheshi Bijik ate has ade ya ye ata akhaliyaniki. Jodi Jesus, when he was here in ministry, it is out of the heart of man that come the issues of life. No, not needs time. Di hajik ate hot egi ade ojago hakaji it inanat lehningo not needs time. Jodi ade has aniki has jobik is des ido ade has ani ba khojiliago jobik is des ingo ba khojiliago anhedi akot ego ik is des ido de ya kind o you bikiji ya belahte it ego what has ado de Jonila. 33, the last verse. The lot is cast into the lap, but every decision is from the Lord. In Bible times, though even in the Jesus' time, she does it. They would draw straws in a way, and whoever drew a certain straw, that was the person that needed to be confronted. So, the final decision. That's for God to decide. God Doi ya kheda a zao ni kya a ko ye ni kata do leta de te yende ko ni kete is do na kha ni ya do de ya becho ko kete ye no do asiki a jo a la do de a la do ka a jo. So be sure and rest in that di in jo but da no si do so de yen bes an ni gi bi ko ina no ka ya ne di khoda di ni khada di ne a tsoni mohani. And even in decisions, even in things that happen, God has the final say. Ajo kete khot at the doni to bata isi le do bata ini le bela ke da si khidi o plan ni clean. So Digin bebe hotza adedi that the tion the hay na de nils no be na de ne khati ina be. So even at digin bebe hotza a here lan in the khan das no thado da iso a khol ji he na